Welcome to the Jaron Jarvis channel. I am Jaron Jarvis. Today, I would like to introduce to you, got to deal with the smell from the attic. The smell that slithered out of the loft hatch was overbearing, the whole of the upstairs reeked like a bin lorry in a heat wave. Poor Jack knew he would have to go up there and check out whatever was making that stench and get rid of it before his parents got back. Typical, the first time he was trusted to be left home alone whilst his went on a well-deserved romantic getaway, and he had this to deal with. He had no clue what could cause such a wretched stink. He had never smelt anything as foul as this. If he was going up there he would have to be prepared to, as he wanted to spend as little time as possible breathing it in, and he definitely did not want to have to go up more than once. He scurried down to the kitchen and armed himself a couple of thick black bin liners, gloves and a torch. That way he could find, grab and double bag, easy, right? He flicked the latch and caught the loft door as it swung down. The surge of rotten air engulfed him. Acid instantly shot up his esophagus on the first inhale. Jack hastily buried his nose into his arm. He had expected the smell to be stronger, but this was horrendous. He now knew deep down that whatever it was that was causing the disgusting odor was dead. Cautiously he climbed the ladder, nostrils clenched, the white splash of light from his torch illuminating his ascent into the darkness. Once up there he made a few sweeps of the torch, hoping its light would reveal a rat or even a cat in a deep state of decomposition, but there was nothing that obvious. He was going to have to let his nose guide him to it. Releasing the muscles in his nose, he let a stench seep in. It hit him hard and he was instantly coughing up bile onto the attic floor. It was excruciating. He could taste the smell on his tongue over the fresh acid that coated it. Coughing out the last of his stomach contents, he collected himself and pushed on. He wanted this all to be over and done with as quickly as possible. As he followed the fetid stench, heaving as he went, he realized it was accompanied by a faint sound, a sound that made Jack's skin crawl. He knew what the origin was going to be, but at least he no longer had to use his nose to find it. He crept around a tall stack of boxes labeled magazines and was confronted the heaped festering corpses of his parents. The maggots he feared had made a home for themselves in their facial orifices, having already devoured their eyes and tongues. He fell to his knees, his eyes welled with tears and a scream rose up in his throat, but fortunately my blade cut it short. He choked on the blood that was cascading from the wound into his lungs. I stood over him watching him pointlessly paw at his neck in an attempt to stop the bleeding. He fell to the ground convulsing in the blood pooling around him. It wasn't long before he passed. To be fair, it was a good clean slice, one of my better ones, certainly an improvement on the work I had to do on his dad. Once I was satisfied, I retrieved my knapsack and made my way out, careful not to get seen, and made my way here. I knew where I had to go, I always know, and now I hide and wait.